that the Kings are going in right now. They signed DeMar. They got a young star in Keegan Murray. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox with a crazy weekend last weekend. They got the Clippers tonight, of course. What do you think about the direction the Kings are going in?
I mean, I like it, but, you got to remember, the NBA only has about 6 teams that vie for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And the Kings still have some work to do if that's what they want to accomplish. And to me, getting DeMar was a step in the right direction, but there's still some components there that's not clicking,
Mm-hmm.
Sabonis gives you consistency night in and night out. But, there's certain things about his game that doesn't work well during the playoffs,
Yeah.
and Malik can get hot and he can get cold. We don't know.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox just had this run the other day, the 2 games, 60 and 47. But is that what you expect from him every night? That's not going to be possible.
Right.
And so to me, they got to find some balance with everybody. And I still think they're missing a couple pieces. They're still missing a big, an athletic wing guy, so those are the things that they're missing, that 3-and-D guy. They got guys that can shoot threes, but you need a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, talking to Olden Polynice, former Kings big man, Fox Sports NBA analyst. Olden, we were talking about DeMar DeRozan and DeMar DeRozan kind of getting added to the team. From your time playing in the league, how long do you feel like teams think it should take to feel like they know the identity of their team? Or, okay, we're transitioning because we got this new big name, but we need to be right by December. We need to be right by January, because we're sitting here thinking, okay, the first couple games, DeMar DeRozan did his thing. Now the last couple games, De'Aaron Fox is doing his thing. When is this going to look more like a finished product?
Well, all this stuff is new.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the days, guys got traded. You knew how to play basketball. You knew what you were getting into. I knew if I got traded to the Detroit Pistons, I had to bring physical attributes, intensity, a dog attitude. If I went to the Utah Jazz, you had to be cerebral because there's a lot of plays. You just knew. But now it's so different with these guys, this generation, that it takes them. Some of these guys, it takes forever. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what. Hey, man, you're a basketball player. Play basketball.
Yeah.
We always say that teams take on the personalities of their coaches. So
Mm-hmm.
now, Mike Brown's, he's fiery, but, he tends to be a little laid back too sometimes. So, he wants to, he's a teacher more than anything else. But it's like these guys, DeMar, De'Aaron, they know how to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think their issue is mainly on the defensive side of the ball more than on the offensive side.
Yeah, I feel you on that, OP. Talking to Olden Polynice, former Kings big man, Fox Radio NBA analyst. OP, I got this question for you, and I'm really curious what you got to say on this one. Why do you think NBA ratings are down right now?
Because the product's down. The product is bad, and I hate saying that. I've always been the proponent of this. Every contract should be 1-year deals.
Mm-hmm.
Because you always playing for a contract. You ever notice a guy, he always plays for the contract, and then the minute he gets it, everything goes to hell.
Yeah.
And so to me, make them all 1-year deals. No more guarantees. 1-year contract. Now you're going to get the best version of every player. Because these guys signing $200 million contracts, what's my incentive? Remember that commercial? What's my motivation?
Right.
What's the incentive for guys to make $200? And some of these guys, I swear to God, again, much love to everybody. I respect the fact that they're getting paid this enormous amount of money. But not everybody deserves a big contract, regardless of what you think.
Yeah, talking
to me, that's part of the problem, because it's creating this lackadaisical attitude, this, everybody, like I said, and everybody, they sitting out. I don't know who's playing night in from night out, The only one I know that's guaranteed is I know Kawhi Leonard's not going to be playing.
Right.
That's like my number one guarantee. Then I go to Joel Embiid.
I was going to say, what about Embiid, OP?
Which game is he playing tonight? Is this the game he plays or is this the game he sits?
Yeah.
So it's all of that. So it's turning people off because no one's showing appreciation for what they have. No, they don't appreciate the fact that some people work hard, actual jobs, to make a living, to save some money, to come see you play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the stuff that's turning people off. That's why ratings are down, because it's like, and I got NFL, I got hockey back now. I got a whole bunch of other stuff I could be doing. So it's rough.
I thought you were going to go in direction. You know, people talk about too many threes, stuff like that.
Man, please, no. I'm not buying none of that because the evolution of the game is what it is. It has to evolve. That's like saying, okay, in the 40s and 50s, watching them shoot underhanded, you know,
right.
That's going to destroy the game the minute they went into the jump shot, you know, with the hands turned around the correct way. So it's like that the shooting has nothing to do with it. I will say this, though. A lot of these teams need to realize that they're not the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, those guys. Mm-hmm. Because, and I've always said this, just because you can make a three doesn't make you a three-point shooter. And guys need to know the difference.
Yep. There you go. OP, one more for you. You mentioned Joel Embiid, so I want to take it there. Earlier in the show, I said over the next 5 years, if you're giving me the choice between Domantas Sabonis and Joel Embiid, I feel like at this point I have to take Domantas Sabonis. I know Joel Embiid he has more talent, but who are you taking between the two over the next 5 years if you could choose?
I'm always going to take the guy that works hard. That's always going to be there for me, and that's Sabonis. Just like I'm taking Joker over Embiid. Embiid is a big baby, okay? That's the bottom line. He's a big baby. We got to call it what it is. I know he's into this whole social media thing because what's his name? Joel Embiid. He's a troll. I get all that. You know, everybody's trying to make their name and everything off of social media. But you have a job to do, okay? Now he's upset because somebody leaked the meeting. Everybody leaked meetings. We've been leaking meetings and secrets for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. My biggest problem with him is this. How are you 7 feet, 300 pounds, and you on the ground more than anybody I've ever seen in my life?
Yeah. It's true.
You cannot be falling down that many times as a big guy. And then you had the audacity to say you have a better skill set than Hakeem Olajuwon and you were more dominant than Shaquille O'Neal. I left him a long time ago, right after that statement. I was like, I'm so done with Joel Embiid.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that one, OP. OP, thanks so much for joining us. Olden Polynice, former Kings big man. Catch him on Fox Radio, NBA analyst. OP, let's do this again soon. Have a good weekend, man.
Anytime, guys. Anytime. I enjoy it.
All right. Thank you to Olden Polynice, former Kings big man. That was great stuff there. We have our NFL picks coming up, our predictions as well when we return. Allen Stiles, Sactown Sports.